Well, I think if you look at the Chinese market and the UK's export pattern with China, you can see where the difficulties lie. If you look at the United States, for example, you can see that 55% of UK exports to the United States are services. It's about 50-50 globally for services and goods for the UK. In China, it's 82% goods and only 18% services. In other words, what the UK has most to offer in terms of the ability for the Chinese economy to mature in certain sectors more quickly is very restricted by the Chinese market. And so for Britain, the key would be the opening up of the Chinese services sector. And getting the rhetoric right on trade is important, but getting the practice right is more important.
If the UK, if the US and China continue to be at odds here in their trade dispute, is there an opportunity for UK businesses if China says, hey, perhaps we'll show more favoritism to companies coming from elsewhere?
We don't see this as being an opportunity for anyone. We think that the rules-based international system needs to prevail. We think if there are disputes and on issues like steel overproduction, on lack of market access, for example, we may share the US assessment of the problem, but that doesn't mean that we will be sympathetic to the means of dealing with the problem. We think that these issues are best dealt on a multilateral basis, and they're best dealt by the rules-based system based in Geneva. And so our essential loyalty in this is to the principle of free and open trade based on a rules-based system.
Just finally then, what kind of assurances, if any, did you get from U.S. Secretary Wilbur Ross when you had meetings talking about the future of the trading relationship post-Brexit? Because we did, of course, hear U.S. President Trump's concerns about he just doesn't want any impediments to doing a deal with Britain after Brexit.
Well, the President was very clear. I met the President when he was in the United Kingdom. I've met with Ambassador Lighthizer and with Secretary Ross on numerous occasions. There's a strong willingness, including in Congress, to see a trade agreement between the United Kingdom and the United States, which, let's face it, as with much of trade, is as much strategic as it is economic. We already have two open economies with a great deal of trade between them. The United States is our single biggest trading partner as a country. But for the moment, there would be a very strong symbolic importance to a trade agreement between our two countries for a whole range of reasons, some of which you've already elucidated.
And just realistically, how quickly could you actually wrap up such a trade deal?
Quickly as we can.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.